What's poppin' goons? Welcome back to another video. My name is Bloodhound and today's video is very interesting. We have a potential moveset for another Invader Zim rep into Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl. Guys, stay tuned if you want to find out who it is. Well, you probably know because of the thumbnail already, but you know, still stay tuned. So my goons, Dib Membrane. And before we talk about Dib Membrane, I have to shout out Reddit user TheWispGuy. And real quick about the Reddit user who did make this post, and I do want to give him correct credit to everything. He does go by TheWispGuy on Reddit and then TheWispGuy on Twitter. So just to make that clarification, he does go by those two names. So if I call him TheWispGuy or TheWispGuy, just don't mind me. Thank you so much, TheWispGuy, for making the moveset for Dib and explaining it in a super thorough Reddit post that I'm going to be showing throughout the video, making a graphic for it as well, and having all the references for each move also. So TheWispGuy definitely put in so much hard work into this video. So go ahead and check his Reddit out now. I'm going to put the Reddit post in the description as well, so you can guys go show him some love over there. I did ask him for permission to make a video on this post because this man put in tons of hard work to build Dib's moveset. So once again, huge thanks to TheWispGuy. I'm going to put all your information in the description down below, and let's just get straight into Dib's moveset. So to start off the post, TheWispGuy says the basic idea of his moveset is that Dib's light attacks are stuff he can do, like, you know, just normal fighting moves, and his strong attacks, with the exception of 2 of them, and his special moves involve the use of gadgets and inventions he's made and used throughout the show. So just all those fun alien gadgets that he used throughout the show to actually catch or mess with Zim in some way somehow. Starting off with his basic light attack, his jab, it's just going to be a regular jab, just a regular punch, and it's not really from anything or anywhere, just a regular punch. I also am going to put the graphic up right here because he did take the time and I think did some MS Paint graphics of what the moves would look like. So thank you so much, TheWispGuy, for putting in so much hard work again. All right, the next move on the post is going to be the light up, and that's just going to be, you know, your up tilt. So up tilt is going to be a backflip, and it says a quick backflip that can be comboed into itself, inspired by the scene where he and Gaz escape from the Clembrain. And if you guys don't know where that's from, that is from the Netflix movie Invader Zim Enter the Florpus, where him and his sister Gaz are trying to escape from the Clembrain, and instead of punching him or kicking him, he just styles on him and does like a backflip, kicks him with both feet, and then just kind of walks away in style, gets into the ship and flies away. So that move right there would be the up tilt, similar to Danny Phantom's up strong maybe, but on the ground. And the next move we have up on the moveset is his down tilt, or on the post it says light down. The post says Dib does a sliding kick. Perhaps it knocks foes into the air where he can follow up on his light up attack, or maybe it flings them away. Regardless, he can use the move to reposition himself. So similar to Cloud's down tilt, kind of a sliding down tilt used to move yourself and also hit the opponent. It is inspired from the scene where Dib was sliding away from Zim in the Dark Harvest chase scene, where that's the episode where Zim steals everyone's organs and kind of wants Dib's lungs. He needs Dib's organs, and Dib is running away from him in the school and going through the halls, and he does this slide right here. It's just literally a slide, kind of like a normal slide. So it would be cool to see that for his down tilt, kind of just to reposition himself. And for the last light move on the ground is going to be his light dash attack, and the light dash attack is called a sliding headbutt, and it says Dib trips and hits anyone in front of him with his big head. Why not to throw a head attack in the moveset somewhere? Mostly a reference to his occasional clumsiness. I do gotta admit, if you look at this scene right here, he's sliding down the pole and through a window into a sink just because he was so panicked that he heard the aliens from outer space. So I do gotta admit, Dib is a very clumsy character, and I would love to see that move be implemented, because he just kind of falls and hit his head on the floor. I know there's another character in some other platform fighter that falls and face plants on the floor. Is it DDD? King DDD? I don't remember. Something similar to that would be really, really funny. All right, so now we got to go over his aerials. And first we'll go over his light aerials, then we'll go over his strong aerials. For his nair, he has a regular kick for Dib. And if you see the reference picture right here, it just kind of looks like a regular nair, kind of like Fox. Just a regular sex kick in any old Smash game. Just your classic nair. And for light up air, Dib has a similar move to his up tilt. It's going to be the aerial backflip move that he has for his up tilt, but it's also going to be for his up air. Pretty sure it's going to be able to combo into itself just like up tilt. And lastly, for his light down air, it says 1 2 3 stomp. Dib rapidly kicks below him, if you couldn't guess from the super creative name. So I guess based off the reference picture, he does just kind of like a 1 2 3 right below him with his feet. Not too sure if it could spike or not. It would be cool if the third hit spiked, but you should be able to 1 2 fast fall cancel, maybe just get some follow-ups with up tilt. I don't know. This is all theoretical, of course. So for his down air, it's going to kind of be like a 1 2 3 stomp. The only one that is referencing something in the show is the escape from Clembrain scene in Enter the Florpus with up air. So that'll be it for his light attacks and his light aerials. Let's move on to his strong attacks and his strong aerials. All right, so here's where it starts getting a little saucy. So for his strong attacks, his neutral strong is going to be Dib Punch. And it says slower than a regular punch, but it's stronger. Inspired by the still of Dib wearing those gold brass knuckles with his name on it in Dib's Wonderful Life of Doom. In Dib's Wonderful Life of Doom, Dib actually gets superpowers from transcendent alien shoes, if I remember correctly. There's a lot of stuff that I had to research for this, trust me. But he gets superpowers from transcendent alien magical shoes, and he feels like he can take over the world and finally defeat Zim. So he has like these little like superhero montages, and in one of the scenes right here, you'll see he has these gold brass knuckles. The gold brass knuckles will just be a cool little F strong. He's gonna kind of like punch forward, and that's what it looks like in the reference picture as well. He just punches forward. So for Dib's up strong, you definitely have to be a true fan to realize this reference. And even me, I had to go deep diving to find this reference because I didn't even play this game. The up strong is going to be the electric shock, and Dib uses 2 jumper cables to electrocute anyone above him, inspired by one of his attacks in Nicktoons Globs of Doom on the DS. So he kind of just like goes like this and connects 2 jumper cables to attack above him. And on the game, I'll show it right now. With those jumper cables, he also shoots out this energy orb that you can control and use it to do stuff in the game. But I think that would be kind of cool if we can also shoot out an orb or some sort of projectile with up strong or any of his strong attacks. But if we do like a charged up strong, maybe we can get the energy orb to come out. And it kind of reminds me of Absa's up strong from Rivals of Ether. It kind of has a similar effect where she just electrocutes anyone above him. Last on the list is his strong down, and it's called Laptop. Dib opens his laptop to try to get the swollen eyeball network to see the impressive 3-0 he did on Zim. Inspired by the intro scene in The Nightmare Begins, as well as his occasional use of his laptop. So in the first episode, Dib actually hears the Urkin army trying to invade all the planets and stuff. Dib hears that. He goes, like I said, he slides down the pole, but before that, he has his laptop open. So he can just pull out his laptop and slam it down on you for down smash, kind of like how CatDog slams down the fire hydrant on you for down smash. So it'd be something similar to that. Maybe the down smash even has 2 hits, him slamming the laptop down and him opening up the laptop. So those are his grounded strongs. Now let's move on to his aerial strongs. So first on the list is his neutral strong, and it's going to be the aerial Dib punch. From what I see in the reference picture and in the post, it just looks like it's going to be kind of like a CatDog neutral strong where it hits on both sides really strong. And this move has the same reference as his grounded neutral strong, the Dib punch, where he got superpowers from those crazy transcendent shoes, and he just has those superhero montage scenes throughout the whole episode. And then next in his moveset, we have his strong up air, and his strong up air is going to be the aerial electric shock, and this is probably where we can maybe get the projectile. We can even have the up strong on the ground send out the projectile, or the up strong in the air send out the projectile. I don't know which one they would actually do, or if they would even include the projectile coming out of up strong, because that's the exact reference reference from the actual game on the DS. You never know. It's a cool upstrong nonetheless. I would imagine the upstrong also having a sweet spot, kind of like Apsa's in Rivals of Aether, where it does insane amount of knockback and damage. And for his downstrong in the air, it's going to be the briefcase slam. In the post, it says Dib swings his briefcase below him, loosely inspired by the scene where he attacks a robot his dad already dealt with in Enter the Florpus. If you guys seen Enter the Florpus, his dad literally comes in and destroys a whole bunch of robots on some anime shit and like literally goes insane on screen, and then Dib just kind of like smacks one in the head with his briefcase just to make sure it was done for, you know? That would be his strong down air, and in the graphic he just kind of swings it down in front of him. Very similar to Zim's strong down air, actually, the mini moose, it looks like, just with a briefcase, so that would be pretty cool. And here's where it gets really cool when it comes to Dib's moveset. I really like what the TheWispGuy did and what he chose to reference back in the show and then Enter the Florpus and everything. So it was really good research that he did, and all the references that he called back to were amazing. They make perfect sense. I'm actually not mad at any of the decisions that the TheWispGuy made. He used perfect references for his special moves. I love all the references he chose. I just want to add maybe a little bit of extra things to maybe tweak it to make it a little more spicier. Besides that, it's perfect. Thank you so much for all the hard work, the TheWispGuy. I know I've been saying this like throughout the whole video, but again, thank you so much for putting in this hard work to make Dib's moveset. So first on his special list is going to be his neutral special, and on the post it says balloon launcher. Dib fires a water balloon that flies a certain distance before gravity affects it, and this is inspired by the episode The Wettening, though the weapon takes an appearance from the Nicktoons Globs of Doom game. The Wettening, if you don't know, it's this episode where Dib discovers that Zim is afraid of water, and water is actually poisonous to Zim. So long story short, Dib makes this giant water balloon catapult thing that I'm going to be showing to you right here, and he uses it to shoot it at Zim to try to kill him, but Zim actually makes a giant water balloon, and I'm talking like outer space. He formulates a giant water balloon, and then he uses it to hit Dib. He hits the world with it, not just Dib, hits the world with this giant water balloon, causes an apocalyptic tsunami on the whole world, and kind of just ends the world. And then the episode ends with him getting stuck in his toilet portal to the lab. But the neutral special, the balloon launcher, is going to take its appearance from the game Nicktoons Globs of Doom. It's a more compact version of the huge version that he built in the show. It just launches the balloon straight in front of him, and based off of the TheWispGuy's description, it's going to just kind of fall over time. Kind of like Bowser Jr.'s Cannonball, where it just falls over time, or even King K. Rool's Cannonball, where it falls over time. So something to that effect. All right, so these specials are really reference heavy, so please put your Invader Zim pants on because you're gonna need them. So for his up special, he has the hover helmet. Dib puts on his hover helmet and flies upwards, inspired by a scene in Bad Bad Rubber Piggy, where young Dib uses it to see if he can fly into space with it. And if you don't know what this episode is about, Dib's dad discovers that you can alter the past by switching objects in the past with objects in the present. So then Zim kind of finds out about that too. So Zim starts messing with past Dib to deal with present Dib to get him to stop messing with him. So in one of the scenes, Dib is using one of his dad's inventions. It's a hover helmet. So here you can see him trying to go to the moon with it, he says, and then Zim kind of, you know, cuts his day short and replaces that helmet with a little rubber piggy. I think in Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, it would be really cool if he does do that hover up B with the hover helmet, but also when he goes into free fall, the hover helmet changes into a rubber piggy just like it does in the show. I think that would be hilarious. But that would be Dib's up special, his main option to recover back to the stage. All right, I hope you put those reference pants on because this one is a deep dive. So for his down special, he has Dib's invention. Let me just read the description before I get into the actual reference itself. So Dib tosses his invention out and it floats in place. Anyone who approaches it will get blown up by it. So it's loosely inspired by the invention Dib made in issue 33, where he made it to try to show up whatever Zim was making. And issue 33 is actually an Invader Zim comic book. And in issue 33, these two guys come from somewhere and they have a convention for inventions. I forget exactly what they call it. You'll see it right here. They have this sort of invention fair, and Dib and Zim make these two inventions. Zim's invention is literally just like a wiener dog. I forget exactly what it is, but he makes a wiener dog, and then Dib tries to think he's taking over the world with these mind controlling wiener dogs. That's besides the point. Read the comic if you want more about that. It's a crazy comic. But Dib's invention is actually this crazy contraption that's like, it kind of looks like a Death Star with a whole bunch of other stuff coming off of it. He doesn't even know what it does. So Dib makes this invention to try to show up Zim's invention because he thinks he's going to invent this crazy thing. Whenever they ask him what it does, he never knows what it does, and it ends up messing something up, i.e. in the form of shooting something with a laser, frying the judge's brains that he had inside of the robot mechanism that he was. It's crazy. So it kind of just like zaps things and messes things and blows things up. So for his down special, it'll kind of be similar to Zim's gnome, where he shoots it out and it floats, but this one floats in place and explodes, which I think would be really cool. And maybe if you shoot it out, you can kind of control the distance of how far you shoot it out, or if you can even shoot it out and then shoot a laser with it like he does in the comic instead of it just blowing up in place. So that would be Dib's down special, his invention from issue 33. And so that is going to be it for Dib's moveset. I don't know if he specified a taunt or anywhere on the post. I didn't see it in when I was looking for it, but I think it would be really cool if he just pulled out one of his random gadgets with his taunt every time you taunted, kind of like Pac-Man, how he has a random little thing on his hand every time you taunt with him. It would be cool if he pulls out like the random alien catching handcuffs, or just any random invention from the show that he's had. He just pulls it out of his pocket. You can't obviously do anything with it. It would be just a cool little visual nod to the series and all the gadgets that Dib actually also had in the show. And with that, I just want to again thank TheWispGuy for putting in so much hard work into this post that he made. I would love to see Dib Membrane come to Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl. Being a Zim main myself, I would love to have another Invader Zim rep in the game, because Zim can't be the only one. Dib is his arch enemy. He's in almost every single episode. So guys, please get Dib into the game. I would really love it. I'm pretty sure there's tons of other people out there that would love to have Dib Membrane in the game. So thank you again to TheWispGuy for working on this moveset, for working on all the graphics. Huge shout out to him. I'm going to leave all his info in the description as well as the post, so you guys can go check it out for yourself. And if you did like this video, guys, I put a lot of hard work into looking up all the references as well. TheWispGuy put in so much hard work. I knew I also had to put a lot of hard work into this video. So I do hope I got the point across with his moveset, and I do hope I explained it very thoroughly and very simply so you guys can get it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I'm going to be coming out with tons of Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl content. I know it's been a week since I posted on my channel because this video has actually taken up a lot of my time. It's taken a lot of hard work. Now that I got everything culminated together all in one concise video for you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next video. Like I said, I make tons of Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl content. Follow my social medias in the links down below. That's it for me. I hope you have a great day, goons. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace out.